Hello, friends, and thank you for joining me in another episode of True Crime Past and Present. Today, I bring you a case from the past. This is a case, it's still an active, open, missing persons case, possibly the oldest cold case in the US. And it entails this man, Mr. Marvin Clark. Mr. Marvin Clark went missing on October 30th, 1926. Out of Portland, Oregon. Well, he disappeared into a trip into Portland, Oregon. So the story goes that he left his home. He left his home to go visit his daughter and to visit his daughter, Sydney, which she lived 10 miles away, but he never got there. Then his daughter panicked and she offered a $100 reward. This picture is possibly of the his wife, but it's not confirmed. But I wanted to share that because I thought it was a cute little picture of them. But going back to the story, his panicked daughter offered $100 a reward and read an ad in the newspaper to see if anybody can help out of his findings. But despite with the information that they had, because he was traced to a terminal in downtown Portland, um, but he wasn't found. And then he also had partial paralysis on his right side. So he couldn't really use his right arm. And still, there was no trace of him. That was until 1986 when there were some loggers that were clearing the isolated section of Portland when they discovered some remains of a man that had been dead for a very long time. So near the skeleton, they found an 1888 nickel and a 1919 penny, a pocket watch, leather shoes, wire rimmed glasses, a fraternal order of Eagles pocket knife, and four tokens with the inscription DMP. Now, historians believe that it could be him, right? But there was no way to know. So, in order to see if it was Marvin, because what the first thought was it was Marvin, they needed to do a they needed to find a maternal match to check out the remains, but they couldn't find one until somebody came and said, um, "Hey, I'm a relative," but the person passed away before they can get analyzed. So currently, it's still a mystery. It's still an open case. So it's been open for about 150 years now. Um, so And then the remains that they do have, they're just very deteriorated, deteriorated a lot throughout the years. Sorry, I fumble a lot. Um, but they're still looking. They're still looking. Um, they're still looking to see if they can find any more relatives through DNA. But it's still mystery. Still mystery of what happened to him. The remains that they did have, they were inconclusive. They couldn't determine if they were his because they had no data, no imaging that they can use. But I just thought it was a cool story knowing that Marvin Clark is still on the missing persons registry all this time. But until then, we'll see you on the next one.